That's exactly what you should be focusing on from the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Pisces. And I'm talking about the week in between the 10th and the 16th of October 2022, where you're going to realize at the beginning of this week it's going to be so good. And you know why? Because it's also at the same time the vibration, what this realization is also going to bring you. Almost instantly, this is going to make you feel so good about yourself. Almost instantly, you are going to feel inspired. And that inspiration is also going to re-energize you. And you haven't felt this energy in a while now. So this in itself, it's really going to remind you of certain aspects, the certain aspects in your life, how things used to be. So do not kind of like be surprised yet again if you are just kind of finding yourself in a slightly dreamy stage where you are just drifting and thinking about the certain aspects of your life from a long time ago. Don't be surprised about it, because this is a very great sign that you are, my gorgeous Pisces, going through your own spiritual awakening. And that in itself is also going to require from you to kind of pay attention to what is missing in your life right now, but you've left it kind of in your past. And what is missing in your life right now that you left in the past, this is also to do with something very, very sacred to you, and something that you had to kind of leave behind. And now it's time to kind of go back and get it literally and start applying this, to your own life. It's to do with something that is so sacred to you. It's to do with something that you used to do. It's to do with something that used to be the part of your life every single day, every single week, every single month, and every single year. And it's also to do with the part of you that you've kind of left behind. Now, this is a very sacred part of you that you need to do. You need to do this because, it's not like, oh yeah, you're just reminded, of the certain aspects maybe in your childhood, you know what I mean, like from a long time ago. No, baby, no. It is happening when we are really spiritually, when we are really spiritual. And I say to you that we are still in the month of October, and because we have so wane, like the 31st of October at the end of the month, we are so much more psychic, we are so much more open, we are so much more spiritual. We just basically drift even deeper towards the parts of our lives and towards these dimensions that we normally actually do drift towards. It's always there, it's always in us, but at the same time, it's just when it comes to the month of October, we are so much more open. One thing is leading to another thing. We feel deep, but then again, when it comes to certain aspects of our lives that were making us feel so worried and so uncertain and so uncomfortable, now we are having this possibility to view this from a completely different angle. And when you view things from a completely different angle, like when it comes to the month of October, you just kind of like you understand the situations in life without involving your emotions in, and this is like when sometimes the missing parts of the picture become absolutely obvious. So try to see and try to establish what this is, my gorgeous Pisces, because this is to do with something that is very sacred to you, something that now it's time to take on the next level. And very often with things that are sacred to us, we do like this, live in the past, and we don't do them anymore until we have this specific call. Maybe you used to paint, and you now suddenly I need to paint, I need to draw. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you used to do like rollerblading. Do you know what I mean? And now suddenly, do you know what I could do with a bit of rollerblading? Do you know what I mean? Maybe you used to maybe you used to do little sculptures. Do you know what I mean? And now suddenly you're reminded of that part of your life from the beginning of the week. Oh yeah, just suddenly you're thinking about the sculptures that you used to do, that you used to make, that you used to create. And like, why am I thinking about this now? because that part of your life, it's gonna call you to actually bring this into the present moment. It's all part of the picture, my gorgeous Pisces. So the first of all, I need you to remember this. I need you to pay attention to what part of your life you're drifting to. Oh, I used to do this, I used to do that. I know it sounds crazy at the moment, but it is the very kind of like a significant part of you that it's connected to your sacred gift, which means that it's connected to your soul purpose, which means that it's like, oh my God, it's the part of your entire being, it's the part of your spirit. You're not gonna evolve the way you could evolve unless you understand and establish what this is. And even if this part of your life doesn't become obvious at the beginning of this week, you know, you have got the whole week to actually kind of see where you're going back to when it comes to your childhood, or when it comes to the time of your life like a long time ago, because this is going to be important, especially when it comes to your spiritual journey. And also, do you know what I really like from the beginning of this week? It's like the energy is going to surprise you. Like, there's no doubt about it. The energy from the 10th of October until the 16th of October, it's going to surprise you. There's no doubt about it. For example, it may be really dark outside. It may be really thick energy, you know, outside. It may be like all rainy and dark and weird and strange and unusual, but you are going to feel some ridiculous lightness within you. You're going to feel like an optimism that it doesn't really matter what the weather is like or what the energy is like on the outside. You just go with that kind of vibration within. So from the beginning of the week, you are gonna feel different, and that in itself, it's also like kind of gonna make you feel like from the beginning of this week, something is going to be on your mind. I like this so much. I like this so much. Something is going to be on your mind. And what is going to be on your mind, it's going to be like basically it's to do with like some kind of new project, and you know, some kind of new venture, and you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it. It's to do with a new project and new venture, but it's to do with the fact that you do have a skill to do this. So it's not something like out of the blue completely. No, baby, no. It's to do with you know that you can do this. There is a big difference with something just appearing for the first time. Oh yeah, baby, I need to explore this. No, baby, no. This is something that you have a skills for. This is something that you know how to do. Okay, so you're already kind of here in a certain way, but an inspiration is going to be undeniable. So from the beginning of this week, you're going to be all like in this, like, oh my God, now I want to start this new project, new venture, but I do have a skill to do this. You know, this is so important, because that new project and new venture, although you may not realize, but it's very strongly connected to that part of you like from a long time ago that you left behind, but you need to bring in. Even if this new project and venture is to do with like, oh, let's say you want to go and run a bar or something, do you know what I mean? Let's say you want to go and run a bar, for example, and then the part of yourself that you left behind, that you're going to realize, you know, that what I said in your childhood, maybe you were painting, and let's say like you're painting pictures, you know, and it hasn't got anything to do with running a bar, but it's still important aspect for you to understand. It doesn't matter if it hasn't got anything to do with your new project, that what you've left behind, you know, the part of you. This is to do with the part of you that's missing. This is to do with the part of you that, you know, once you bring this, it's like a puzzle. Once you bring this puzzle into your life, the whole picture is going to be like a big mama. The whole picture is going to be like completely different. This is what I'm trying to say, and it doesn't matter whether it's anything to do with this new project or skill. It doesn't matter whatsoever, but I need you to understand that it's part of your karma, and you need to take that on. And even more so, for example, if you start this new project, new venture, it's to do with your skill, and you were painting, maybe like painting beautiful pictures, for example, well, you're going to realize later, you know, if you open your own bar, for example, then you can put the paintings in. So you will see that part of you, you're gently, slowly but surely, you will be able to apply to that new venture. You will see how everything is connected. And even if it doesn't seem like it doesn't have anything to do with anything at this moment in time, don't worry, my gorgeous Pisces. Selene, because in December, by the end of December 2022, you will know exactly, this is all going to be absolutely clear, because then you will become aware of so many new things in your life. There is so much more going to be available to you by the end of December 2022 to what you actually have now. Your life is going to be on a whole new level in the best possible way. What is missing in your life, my gorgeous Pisces, you are bringing that in right now. And so it's to do with a new project, new venture, new skill, but at the same time, do you know why this is so important? Not because this is something that you should really do when it comes to your development and the next stage, but this is also really important when it comes to you making some kind of a dream real, okay? And at the same time, similar time, you are going to have a really good message when it comes to your finances, and that message is also going to mean to you so much. That message is going to do something to you. It's going to confirm something to you, how much you actually want to take this venture on, for example. And at the same time, my gorgeous Pisces, when it comes to that venture, you know why you're going to feel that this is different. Because you're going to feel like, oh, you're keen to do things, you're eager to do things. You're going to be in this mood where you will want to explore. You're going to be in this mood where at the same time, you're also going to start thinking about like, oh my God, I want to see people in my life again. I want to reconnect with a certain people. And this is a fantastic sign, because your emotions are growing, and your spirit guides and your guardian angel, your own soul is your own guiding light. And it's trying to let you know it's not only about this venture. It's not only about this skill, this realization that you're going to have, but it's also about your emotions. So suddenly the sign from the spirit guides and your guardian angels are also going to be guiding you towards something very special and very specific, where suddenly you are going to feel a very strong connection with the people in your life that mean to you so much. So you will see that this project and this venture, it's going to help you to come back home to yourself, but it's also going to help you to reconnect with the people in your life. This is a very sacred moment, because when people in our lives that are so important to us are highlighted through our own kind of venture and skill, my God, this is an extra sign, my gorgeous Pisces, that this is something that you should take on. My goodness, this is in itself going to bring like a light at the end of the tunnel, like massive, huge, enormous light at the end of the tunnel. So going back to say where you're gonna feel like, oh my God, your vibration is gonna be rising so much, this in itself is gonna be preparing you at this moment in time. You're going to feel very brave. You're going to feel very strong. You're going to feel really excited to actually make the necessary choice. This is all going to lead towards you needing to make the necessary choice, okay? And this choice that you're going to need to make after that moment in time, it's like it's just going to make you feel like, oh my God, it's going to make you feel worried a little bit, because you're going to find something really difficult when it comes to that difficult choice. But at the same time, what you need to remember when it comes to that difficult choice, you just need to pay attention to what makes you feel happy, what makes you feel good, and also pay attention to when it comes to the difficult choice. Just remember this: you're focusing on something that is sacred to you. You're focusing on some kind of skill. You're focusing on the part of your life that makes you feel good, because you're doing this, you want to do this, but it also brings you success in so many different ways. This is not a time to cut the corners whatsoever, and this is not a time to listen to someone else that you don't even know what you should be doing in your life. So just remember this, because I do know for the fact that somebody on the outside, it's almost like going to try to put you off from what you're trying to do, what you're trying to start, and what you're trying to achieve. But when you become aware of someone trying to put you off, my gorgeous Pisces, just remember, be honest to yourself, be as direct as you possibly can. And it's almost as if someone is going to be telling you, oh no, it's too hard work, no, you can't do it, don't do this, don't do that, or you're not ready for that, or what you're talking about, what are you saying, do you know what I mean? So it's like basically, it's almost like someone is going to try to like kind of put you off, but you can absolutely do this. Please, please, please trust me. And also this part of your life, you need to understand, my gorgeous Pisces. Oops, no, that's not meant to be like this, sorry. There you go. My OCD. This part of your life, this part of your life, my gorgeous Piscelini, it's also going to bring you the actual someone very special. This is also going to bring you someone very special, but you're just going to have to wait a little while. But this part of your life, after you make that difficult choice, you see, this part of your life, it's also going to bring you someone really, really special, someone really important, who you're going to be able to connect to like, oh my God, on such a high and elevated level. And it's bringing you someone so special into your life who is going to make an absolutely massive impact, you know, when it comes to you being inspired by right people and things like that, and you're doing the right thing, and you're feeling so much happier by having the right people around you. That's the energy I'm talking about. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Piscelini, you are basically, you're going to find yourself being like, again, you will be doing something that you are really kind of liking to do, because it's a lot to do with you feeling complete kind of inspiration, like, but again, it's to do with you like having so much energy, you focusing on something that you love doing, you know, something that makes you feel good about yourself. Maybe you will be like kind of, maybe you will be running, maybe you will be like kind of jogging, maybe you will be like kind of cleaning, you will be expressing yourself in a certain way. That's the bottom line. At around the midweek, you're going to feel this like kind of creativity, this mind-blowing creativity. When I say mind-blowing creativity, this also means it's going to happen at a time when you're going to feel so energetic, so enthusiastic, but you will be doing something so simple, like you will be doing something that you normally do, like when you like to express yourself, like maybe like a cleaning or tidying or running or jogging or whatever this is, maybe painting, drawing, whatever this is. You're gonna feel creative, like, but now this is like gonna be on such a like kind of like a on an elevated level, because it's not only about the creativity but the amount of energy that you're going to have. And when you're having this creativity, let me tell you, let me show you this. When you feel so creative, my gorgeous Piscelini, I just needed to take this oracle card out, because when you feel so creative, you are really going to have such a significant psychic message. Something is just going to come to you completely out of the blue, and now suddenly you're going to start feeling very ambitious and very confident, and extremely confident and ambitious, especially when it comes to your own success. So the things that were still like kind of like slowing you down at the beginning of the week when it comes to that venture, by the time you get to the mid part of this week, when you have this crazy level of creativity, something is just going to come to you out of the blue completely. And this is when we are feeling so creative. At the same time, we are generating this mind-blowing and very unique energy and vibration, which opens us up even more, unlocks so many doors around us in terms of the actual dimensions. So do not be surprised when you have this realization and very psychic and intuitive message that is going to come to you completely out of the blue at around the midweek, and it's only going to boil down towards this new project and venture, but you will become very confident about something that was still kind of, oh my God, holding you down and making you feel uncertain. So it's all about the confidence about your own success. What is exactly going to come to you, it's going to be brilliant, but it's also going to make you aware of, like, you know, certain people that are sneaky and dishonest that you want to remove yourself from. And it's also going to make you aware from the people and people in general who are just like kind of having a negative energy and bad vibes and like the unnecessary arguments. This is all going to kind of help you to prevent the unnecessary arguments in your life. And on top of that, the most important thing, you are going to realize that you have absolutely everything you need in order to take this on. Almost like if you were thinking, I'm not ready and this and that. No, baby, no. You are ready, like you've never been ready before, you know. So it's all about you, you know, realizing this through your own confidence. And also you see this, my gorgeous Piscelini, I just want to, when it comes to that psychic and intuitive message, I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards. When it comes to that psychic and intuitive message, my gorgeous Piscelini, when it comes to that psychic and intuitive message, the answer from the oracle cards is Dun, dun, dun. Lighten your load, baby. You see, this is going to basically help you to, you will realize under how much pressure you were. You will realize not only under how much pressure you were, but you will also realize how many aspects of your life have been bringing you down. But you have to do this. We have to plod along until we find something better, something more interesting indeed. But you're going to realize that, you know, you were not able to do things that you want to do so far. You were not able to express yourself the way you want to express yourself. You were not maybe able to live your life exactly the way you want to live your life. And also, too often, too frequently, you felt restrained. So this is all going to be like you coming out of this. And also at the same time, you know, you are going to feel so a little bit angry about someone. And then this is all part of the progress, I'm afraid. It means that when you feel really angry about someone in your past, it still means that a certain trauma is holding you down. So at around that time, don't be surprised when you're suddenly feeling really angry about someone like a John, Mary, Maria, Carrie, or whatever. You feel suddenly really angry about someone. So this is like going to be a chance and opportunity to speed things up even more for yourself by forgiving to that person. And you need to understand that this in itself is going to be the beginning of a very, very special journey in your life. By the time you get to the last part of this week, you are going to be like kind of surrounded by the people, by the group of people, and or you know, maybe it's going to be 5 people, maybe it's going to be 4 people, maybe it's going to be 3 people, maybe this is going to be like a group meeting. You know what they do nowadays, do you know what I mean? They've got all these meetings like online, like a this and that. Maybe it's going to be like a group meeting online or something like that. But you are, you know, you're going to be surrounded by the people at around the end of the week, and one of them is going to be very special. One of them is going to be very wise. One of them is going to be so deep. One of them is going to be so unusual. One of them is going to be so different. And that one person is like gonna like someone super spiritual, like a big mama. Hello, my darling. You know, it's like a someone, one of these people that you're going to be surrounded by. So maybe you're going to be outside. Maybe you're going to be at work. Maybe you're going to be in the middle of the shopping center. Maybe you're going to be somewhere in a meeting. Maybe you're going to be somewhere in the gym, like working out. Maybe you're going to be like, you know, maybe it's going to be online, but one particular person is going to be sticking out so much. That wise, amazing person is going to say something, but they're also, without even saying anything, they're going to inspire you so much. They're going to inspire you so much, and you are going to find yourself having a really kind of like a really interesting idea here. Very, very interesting idea that you're going to be inspired by this person. And also that particular idea that you're going to be inspired, you know, that it's going to come from that. You're still kind of like not going to know how to actually do this and how to take it on. But at the same time, you are not that long after that moment in time, something is going to be exposed to you, something that was hidden from you, something is going to be exposed to you, which is going to answer something that you're going to find out a couple of days after that. You're going to find out something, and you will see something is going to be proven to you, something is going to be exposed, some kind of truth that you didn't know, and that truth is going to be primarily responsible for you kind of like really understanding how much you want to take that interesting idea on. Somehow this is all going to start making sense, and at the same time, you know, it is kind of going to provide you with, and it's all going to start from that person who's going to inspire you. You know, it's all going to boil down towards you getting a different picture, understanding a completely different picture about an aspect of your life that was like a very slow, and about an aspect of your life that was really kind of like a standing in between you and in between how you want your life to be. So it's to do with a big problem, and you realizing and understanding here, because you're going to get like a picture from a completely different angle, different perspective, and this is going to open your eyes. And on one hand, you will know how to take that, you know, interesting idea on. You will know how to do this, and you will understand even more how much you want this. This is only going to pump you up even more. But then on another hand, this is also going to kind of show you and help you kind of how to make a decision, how to deal with an aspect of your life that mean to you a lot, but nothing is happening. It's been too slow. So it's going to inspire you with a certain problem as well, like in terms of like you not wanting to kind of stop the certain part of your life which means to you so much. and you know, you can feel it, you can take it on so many different levels, but it's just not happening. So this person is also going to be directly responsible, primarily responsible for you knowing exactly and being inspired, you know, and understanding and feeling it, and being aware of, you know, how exactly are you actually going to do this. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.